Today on the grid, it is Blind Photo Critique Day. This is the day that we bring photographers around the world to tears as we break their hearts and tell the truth about their images. Finally, someone's doing it. All right. We're also going to look at some images from the participants at Mine Mr. Kuna's Tokyo workshop. We've got some new product launches today from Larry T. at Platypod. He's going to be joining us in just a few minutes. We've got lots of news. We got some really great giveaways today, and it's going to be a fine day on the grid. And when does this mirth and merriment start? It all starts in just 11 seconds flat. Let's go!
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Hey!
That was like 11 seconds.
I know, it was like 11 seconds. Welcome. It's Wednesday, around 1 o'clock, and we are live here on the Grid. Very glad to have everybody here with us today.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff. The Kuna Man's here. K-Man's in the house.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah.
First off, today is Blind Photo Critique Day. We've asked people to send in 3 of their best images. We're going to look at them today, and we've got a whole bunch, and we're going
to help them out help you out as best we can.
And help you out as best we can by telling the truth.
I might tell you to sell your gear. Sorry.
It's going to be a rough day for some people. It's going to be a rough day. All right. Couple of things. Oh, I was going to show you. My book is missing. I was going to show you that my Tesla book is out, and it's going to be in Amazon next week. And I don't know what the heck happened to it. It was here, and it's not here. Wait, we're looking. There it is. Okay, here we go. This is it right here. It's called How Do I Do That in My Tesla? Written well before Elon was crazy. But it is actually up to date. It even has lots of information on the brand new Model Y and, of course, the Model Y. It's really the Model Y and the 3. And it's co-authored with Mr. Terry White, my dear friend and colleague. And he's a fellow Tesla enthusiast. So it's going to be next week. Next week it's hitting Amazon. So if you have a Tesla or you know someone that has a Tesla, I promise you they will love this book because it's for people that already own a Tesla. Don't buy one to think, should I get a Tesla? And there's nothing about Tesla, the company. It's strictly about how to get the most from your car. Right, because it's a computer-based car, and so we go into all that stuff. And we do the hardware and the software and superchargers and everything else.
It's an amazing
anyway,
computer-based car.
You can go get that on Amazon right now. So there's that. We got a conference coming up. We have a travel photography conference coming up here in just a few weeks. It's sponsored by the folks at On One, and that's it right there, the Travel Photography Conference. You can register now and save a bunch of money.
Yeah, look at those shots. We were just there at that one spot.
Oh, yeah. We were just at one of those spots, 2 of those spots last
2 of those spots.
3 of those spots last week. And anyway, we've got, oh my gosh.
4 of those spots.
Oh, yeah, there we are. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're into travel photography, you definitely want to check it out. It's coming up. Also, now, this what I'm going to tell you, if you're a Kelby One member, this is not for you. But if you know somebody who's really into travel photography, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I am doing a special webinar that I want you to invite your friends to, right? So if you're a Kelby One member, don't come. If you're not a Kelby One member, come on. It's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's free. It's open to everybody.
Of course, if you're a Kelby One member and you want to just tune in, that's totally fine.
If you're a Kelby One member, sure. Feel free to tune in.
Yeah, man.
Basically, I'm going to talk about 7 travel photography techniques and secrets that the pros just don't tell you, right? And you can look up a million articles online, but the stuff that we're going to be talking about, some of it you're not going to find anywhere. I don't know why they don't talk about these things, but tomorrow we're going to be uncovering them.
Controversial, but in a good way.
Yeah, I think they'll really help you.
I think you want to tune in because it's going to demystify some stuff.
And I'm going to introduce this whole travel photography system tomorrow. So I want you to come, and I even have a free gift. If you come, I have something pretty cool I think that you will like, especially if you're into Lightroom. I will have something very cool for you. So that is tomorrow at 2 o'clock. What link do they go to then?
I don't know. control
Well, you
room
can go to
has
my
it.
Facebook page where I usually put stuff, or our Kelby One Twitter, Kelby One on Facebook.
I can't find it right now.
We're looking
but
for the link.
I'm sure the control room will
Yeah,
have
you
it.
know it's easy to find if we can't find it.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll have that link for you here in just a minute. What else is coming up? The Build Conference, the BILD Conference, is just a couple of weeks away in New York City. Guys, this is the big New York show now. It's sponsored by B&H Photo. It's an incredible show. It's a trade show floor with all the big names, Canon, Nikon, and all that stuff. And Platypod and everybody are going to be there. That's coming up June 17th and 18th. I have a link for you, too, that I'm going to give you as well in just a minute, where you can get a free ticket, and it lets them know that I sent you. So that's cool. Let's see what else we got. Rick Salmon was just here for the last couple of days working on some classes. We have a brand new class on printing with Epson printers, also featuring Dan Steinhardt from Epson. So that's going to be great. They did a great class, and Rick and I did a class on helping you make the hard decisions about what images go in your portfolio. This is a thing that stops a lot of people in their tracks, and so we did a whole class on it. Whole class on, look, here's how you get down, and what we did was, Rick doesn't have a portfolio. I know, it's crazy. One of the legendary photographers doesn't really have a portfolio. So Rick took 75 of his images and let me cut it down to just the 24 that he's going to put up. It was a great class. You see the whole process and how we integrate Lightroom into helping us get there. So it's a lot of fun. It'll be out in just a few weeks. So will the Epson class as well. What else do we got going on? I got two things. This is really important. All right, there is a conference coming up that you've got to know about. Let me just get my phone to wait. Oh, my phone doesn't recognize my face. That's always fun. All right, I'm going to tell the control room so they can bring this up. Bring up retreatinthewoods.com. So it's retreatinthewoods.com. So this is a conference put on by David Brommer, and you've heard us talk about David numerous times here on the show. But he's putting a conference in the woods where you basically stay in an Airstream and you just get engrossed in photography. There's all these great instructors. You're just going to go. It's a retreat.
You retreat in
all
the
right,
woods.
and they, again, in the control room, it's retreatinthewoods.com. Right, and I've got a code for you. I got a ridiculous savings for you, right? It is $400 off. Just use the code Kelby, Kelby at checkout. And look at some of the names. They got really great photographers and stuff. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And it's coming up in September. And holy cow, $400 off is an insane amount of money to save. Just use that code Kelby, my last name. And look at this. I mean, this is really cool. And they've got some big names in there. It's going to be an amazing
RV style, just like me.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing experience. And I know David well. He's a terrific photographer and a terrific guy. And his full-time job was creating events. So you're going to have a great time. So go check that out. Again, the website, one last time, is retreatinthewoods.com. All right. I have one more thing, and then we're going to turn things over. We're going to bring in a special guest. But I got one more thing here. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound. All right. So, whoops, that's not it. Hold on. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound. Where the heck did it go? I might have to save this for the break. Hold on. Because I have something I want you to do for one of our photographer friends. But I'll have to dig it up on the break. All right, we'll dig it up on the break. Standing by somewhere in New York right now, from Platypod, the man, the legend, Larry T. Larry, you there?
I'm here. Hi.
There he is.
How are you doing?
All
New
right.
Jersey.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. New Jersey, right?
Just across the river.
I forgot the exit.
New Jersey, New York.
Anyway,
Yes.
hi, Larry. You look
Right across
like
the
look like you could be a doctor. Seriously.
You got me in the middle of my workday. That's okay.
All right. So we got some new goodies. Platypod got some new goodies. Tell us about them.
Mm-hmm.
We do, and first of all, thank you, Scott and Eric, for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. Sorry I couldn't be down there in person, but duty calls up here. We've got 3 new offerings, 2 great new products that I want to tell everybody about, and I'm really excited about it. Well, you know me, I'm really excited about everything, but that's okay. All right, we're going to start off with the Platypod Mag. Now, what is this little thing over here? Well, it's very simple. It's a magnetic mount with a quarter 20 socket at the bottom and a magnetic ring at the top. And you can position this a little bit if you want to. And what it does is it holds your phone and it clicks on, and it's really strong. You can't shake it off. I tested this to over 2 pounds. We rated it 2.2 pounds or 1 kilo, and it does a great job of holding it. Now, what do you do with this? Well, you can take that quarter-inch socket and you can, let's say, put our disc adapter on there, and that'll adapt it to either ARCA compatible or a 3/8 inch socket here. So now use your imagination. I can put that on a ball head. I can put this on one of the Platypod handles. Heck, I can put this directly onto the legs of a tripod if I want to. If I want to just stick it on my desk, I can take, let's say, the Platypod Basic, our $10 plate, and just spin that on the bottom.
That's the combo I love right there.
And then
It's
put
so
that on
small.
my desk, smack my phone right onto there, and it works great.
That's
and
actually
what
sitting
if
on my desk right now.
what if you don't have an iPhone, Eric? Well, what you could do is this will ship. This ships like this, okay? You'll get the aluminum stem. It's plastic, but it's a high impact ABS plastic with very heavy magnets in it. And you just take this, you take off a little collar nut there, pop it right through, snap it in place, and that's it. That's the entire assembly. Now, if you have an Android phone that doesn't have, let's say, MagSafe, it'll ship together with these metal rings, metal on one side, adhesive on the other side, and this will attach to the back of your phone. But in a second, I'm going to show you something else you can do with this, what makes it extremely valuable for people who are, let's say, doing cinematography with their iPhones. But I digress for a second. The other thing you can do is if you already own our Platypod grip, which is this unit over here with spring-loaded mount for the phone, okay? You can take off the spring-loaded mount if you want, and you can then put the Platypod mag right on top of that, and now you have a slightly taller mount, and you can position that. And what's nice about this, in the past, when you wanted to put your phone on top of here, you could only bend it downwards. Now you can go upwards too, so you can shoot straight up for the stars if you want to on this. Now, let's say you don't have the grip, but you like that functionality. Well, we're going to offer this also for the very same price as the original Platypod spring-loaded grip. We're going to offer this combination, the stem of the grip, together with the mag, in what we're calling the mag grip, and it's the same $39 as you would pay for the spring-loaded grip alone. So you have a choice. If you like the grip and you like the functionality of having cold shoes on there, you get the grip. If you want both, then just buy a grip and then buy just the mag ring like that, and then you have both options. Now, something that we also decided was that a lot of people were asking us for a tablet holder. So we've now got this new item that we call the Platypod Tab, and this will adapt to anything from my iPad mini up to a full-size iPad Pro 13-inch, because you just turn a little lever here on the back, okay, and then this slides out, and this little screw vise will go out to here and expand to 11.2 inches, which will easily handle the 9.5 inch width of an iPad Pro. Now, you can take this And this is how I use this a lot. Let's say you like traveling. We'll talk about this a little at the travel photography. You can take this, and I hear Scott playing the drums back there. Or somebody is. All righty. You can take this and put this onto our disc, mount it on top of a Platypod handle. And guys, I love this. I happen to like to watch some of the Star Wars movies and some of the newer series when I'm flying on a plane. So I'll attach this onto a Platypod, any Platypod, and now I can put my tablet right in here, and let's collapse that a little bit. Right in here, I just adjust it to the sides. It's super fast to set up, and now I can sit back at the tray table and just adjust this to whatever height I want and enjoy watching that on a plane. So those are our offerings. One other nice little use is that you can, if you have one of the Platypod elbows, you can take the mag, put it right on an elbow, and mount that on the Platypod Delta or Extreme, and just pop your phone on there. Now, I told you I was going to show you one more really interesting thing for iPhone users. MagSafe chargers. Now, this is a generic MagSafe charger. The back of the MagSafe charger is aluminum, not very magnetic, so that alone would not stick very well to this. However, if you put one of the rings on the back of the charger, now plunk that on there, now you can put your phone on here. And why is that important? Well, if I want to shoot long form 4K video and I've got my USB-C port plugged into a USB cable, well, how do I get an external microphone on there? Let's say I want to use a radio mic or a shotgun mic, or if I want to record out to an SSD drive, also that would be blocked up. Now, if you're charging through the MagSafe, you've got that port available, and that is super valuable to people who want to shoot long form 4K video and not stuff up their phone with all that memory. Guys, that's my basic presentation. If you want more details, it's at platypod.com. I think the control room can show us where to go there.
Show us, control room. There we go.
Here it is, right there. The Platypod mag, the tab.
Go to
platypod.com. Go to platypod.com.
And you'll find instructional videos there, more details, and I think we have something here that's really of value to everybody. And frankly, I use this every single day to review my emails, to FaceTime with the grandkids. It's a really, really great, easy, fast tool, and very adaptable. Any questions?
You got any questions, Erik?
No, I think it's a great product.
You explained it really well.
Well, thank you.
Well, Larry, I have one question, Larry. So I have this rash. So no, I'm just kidding.
just somebody zoom in real close there?
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally happy. I know there's no rash, thankfully. All right. Well, Larry, thank you very much for dropping in today and sharing all that cool new stuff. I know a lot of our viewers use phones seriously in their photography, either for video or for photography.
Two more things. I hope to see you all at the travel conference. We'll be there. And also, little plug, Scott, I just wanted to let you know, I purchased a copy of your Tesla book for my son-in-law who owns a Tesla, and it's going to be delivered, according to Amazon, tomorrow.
Oh, so fantastic.
We're real excited about that. So
all right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you.
You're welcome.
All right. Don't forget to tell your son to write a review. All right. Thanks, Larry. Take care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. While Larry was digging that up, I got the one last piece of news before we get to everything. So a dear friend of ours who is a terrific photographer, she's a Kelby One Inner Circle member, Sherry Keene, she's been nominated to be in these awards, and it is the Refocus Awards. So it's Refocus Awards. It's her first time getting nominated, so she's in the short list, and you get to publicly vote for her stuff. Mm-hmm. So if you can see my screen, you can see. Do you see my screen? There we go. So 2 of her images are in here, and that's one. I don't know why it's there 4 times, but it's there. And then there's that other like long exposure image there, shot of the Bridge of Sighs in Venice. Anyway, I just stopped by and voted for both of those images. So if you are a fan of Sherry's work like we are, go to refocus-awards.com and give her a vote. The voting closes in 11 hours. So do it right now while you're thinking of it. Refocus-awards. And when you're going to go to their website, you're going to click on the People's Vote Award, which is a black and white photography contest. So go to the People's Choice, and then there's a little search and filter over here in the left corner, and just put in, whoa, 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 whoa. No, that is not what I was looking for. Hang on. What the heck just happened? All right, let me get back to my thing here. I don't even know where it's at now. Hold on. Thank you. Eric's having to point to my screen. So it's in this corner. Search and filter. So click on that, search and filter, and just put in Sherry, and she comes right up. And so make sure that you vote for Sherry's stuff. Her stuff is terrific, and she's very deserving to win. She's already won some awards, so she will be added to her award take. But anyway, I guess I don't need the headphones anymore. Okay. So that's what's up. Now, we have some real quick shout-outs because we got people tuning in from everywhere. Did we go over the prizes yet?
No, we didn't.
All right, let's do the prizes, some shout-outs. We'll take a break, and then we're zooming through the pictures today.
If you want to win Scott's Crush the Composition book, we're giving away a copy of that today. So somebody's going to win this, the Crush the Composition book. You can find that over there. You can see it over on Amazon.
We'll give away the Tesla book, too, because we have some in stock now.
We've got the Tesla book, so we're giving one of those away. Then we're getting them a copy of the night photography book away. This is an ebook copy only because that's not coming out for a couple months, but giving away an ebook copy of that. The Platypod grip. So Larry just talked about the grip for your phone. We're going to be giving one of those away. And then On One's giving away a copy of No Noise, so you can get the No Noise AI to remove noise. And then the V-Flat over from V-Flat World. They're giving away a V-Flat. Now, this is U.S. shipping only, so you just got to have a U.S. shipping address to enter that.
Eric, do they have a 2025 version of that? It said new on screen just now.
I have not
I'm still using the 2024 version.
I have not seen 2025.
Go up, scroll up. Right there, it says
well, just go all the way up. I think you're on the, see, they're just calling it No Noise AI right now, or no, it's not a year.
It's not the new one?
Well, there's just not a year. You're thinking because, they used to be they would call it year by year.
Yeah, but they stopped the year thing.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, some of these softwares they're updated so often now. It's not really like years really matter. All right, V-Flat from V-Flat World, U.S. shipping only. To enter the contest, just let us know what you'd like to win, and no matter where you're watching, and we monitor all the chats. And then we'll pick a winner at the end of the show and announce it at the end of the show after the critiques. So we've got that. And then reminder that Travel Photography Conference coming up next month as well. You
can sign up at Kelby One Live, L-A-L-I-V-E, KelbyOneLive.com. We'd love to have you there.
Cool.
It's going to be, and you can save $150 if you sign up now.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
We should take a break and then.
How about some shout-outs?
Oh, yeah, we got people joining all over. So we got Pee-wee saying hi from Maine. We got Nina saying hi from Pennsylvania. Jack saying hi from Princeton, New Jersey. Sharon saying hi all the way from SoCal. Dale from Iowa. Natalie saying hi from Ottawa. Claudia saying hi from Toronto. Susan saying, wonder what Larry T has come up with. So obviously we saw that. Belinda saying, how was Switzerland, Eric? Switzerland was awesome. I didn't see much of Switzerland, but saw tons of CERN, and that was awesome. And then Dalton saying hi from Southern California. So
all
we got
right.
people joining us all over the world.
Awesomeness. Let's take a short one. When we come back, we are going to look at our blind photo critiques. And at the end of the session, we have a bunch of images that we're not going to critique. We're just going to celebrate because they're all good images. So
sweet.
That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
Have you ever gone on vacation? You've gone someplace really great. I don't know, maybe it's Paris or London or Machu Picchu, and like you get home and you look at the images and you're like, they're okay. I mean, they look all right. They look passable. Has this happened to you? It's the heartbreak because you went to some place so fantastic and you want other people to go there and you want to inspire them and you want them to go, wow, these are incredible. Where is this place? I got to go there. But you're looking at your images and they don't look like that. You know what you need? You need to come to my webinar because I am going to share 7 of my very favorite tips, the things that are going to make an instant difference in your photography. When you go and you're doing these things, you're gonna come home with travel photos that are gonna make everybody jealous. And you know what? There's just some things you can do, and part of it is what we do in camera, part of it is the planning, and part of it is the post-processing, and I'm gonna cover all of it. So I'm gonna introduce you to this system for learning travel photography. It's something that I've never seen done before in the way that we do it. It's gonna be incredible. You can tell your friends, you can tell your neighbors, you can tell anybody who's taking a trip, you know, before they take their trip, they gotta see this webinar. I promise I'll make it worth their while. I'll make it worth your while. So just sign up right now, click the button, sign up, and I'll see you online for the webinar.
Wow! Do you want to know amazing tips and techniques about taking portraits with an iPhone? Then join me in this Kelby 1 class. I'm going to show you how to capture images in a town like this, capture them with the wide angle lens, the 1x, the 2x, and the 5x lens, then process those images correctly in Lightroom, and then share them to the world. This course on the iPhone for capturing portraits is going to be incredible. Get out there, take photos.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
And we're back.
And we're back. All right, you guys ready to look at some images?
Yes, let's go.
Thank you. I was hoping somebody would say, yes, let's go. All right, yes, let's go. All right, let's take a look at our first one here. We got 3 images here. 1, 2, 3.
Oof,
Oy.
that's kind of awkward.
There, these are, all right.
I think a lot of it's like a perspective issue.
There's a bunch of
issues.
Yeah, all right, it's everything. It's lighting issues. It's posing issues.
The shadows.
It's the shadows.
Yeah.
All right, so let's step number 1. You got to move that chair further away from the background. You see the like for example, you see the balloon shadow. You see the shadow of the chair and all. There's way too much shadow in this. Like you got to mitigate those shadows.
The light is really bright, like way down, not at the face.
Yeah, it's like the brightest part is her
Yeah, we all know.
décolletage,
Yeah,
we'll say.
see it.
So, but it's also, what an unflattering pose. Now, I know that she's supposed to look disappointed, right? Like, I think that's the thing here, because, I don't know. None of these look like she's having a good Valentine's Day, I can tell you.
The perspective issue on the last one is really prevalent because it looks like it's like a mini chair.
All right.
It doesn't even look
All right,
like,
but here's another perspective issue. Look at the size of her feet compared to the size of her head. Like, this is...
It's the lens.
Oh, man, it's everything.
Yeah.
This is all bad.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know what else, too? The shots look dirty. They look messy. I don't mean dirty like naughty dirty. I mean like they don't
clarity crunchy.
like they need to be. If you're going to shoot on a white background, like look at the floor.
Yeah, it's not clean.
It's not clean.
Looks
It's
like,
dirty.
It looks
is what
like
it
dirty.
looks like.
Yeah.
And like what you could do, and this would be kind of complicated. What if I do this one? No, they're all going to be complicated. Let me turn off that. And
That one just
this
has an
pose.
awkward-
First off,
the
she should be
knees.
for this with a cello. She should be in a long dress. She should not be. You should not see her knees and all that. It should
look
be.
at the size of the knees compared to everything.
Yeah, and the
Like, it's
knees.
just-
Her knees look
I
giant.
think it's the yeah.
Oh, it's everything.
sorry.
It's these
There's
are.
not much I can help.
Yeah, these are. Now this is the best one. Her face looks the best
For
in
the
her. She
lighting.
doesn't look nearly
the
as.
lighting on the face. Like if you
The
cropped
lighting
in
on the
just
face, is not bad. Like,
Yeah.
how could you save this
like,
photo?
Pop it in.
You could. I would just go. I would do this. I would flip
Vertical.
it to horizontal, and you could
Yeah.
maybe save this
Like it's in
by
there.
going
That's
in
the shot. I mean,
somewhere in
yeah.
here.
I mean, the lighting's good.
like
that's
from
okay.
here. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not bad.
And the background isn't nearly as bad as the rest.
Yeah, you still tell it's an instrument.
But these, but overall, yeah, that's still better. You realize it's a cello.
That's better. Like, but
It's not a bass.
all the other stuff was like,
Yeah,
just muddying it all up.
it's just a mess. Yeah, it's like these are the legs are bad here. The legs are bad here. The posing is terrible. The posing's bad. The lighting's bad. You're too close to the background. Everything's bad, and your subject looks miserable. And maybe that was the goal.
Maybe
but
that's the goal.
I don't think she looks miserable here. So if it's a series
I'm
of
not
miserable,
understanding if it's miserable, then we got hearts and flowers and.
you know what you could do? Here's what I would recommend. I'm going to just run over to Photoshop real quick. All right, this should be, I think, a high key image, and I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Like
blow
just-
out the whites
like,
to where
yeah.
it doesn't see the dirt.
Yeah, it looks dirty. I would blow up the highlights a lot, and then I would desaturate the heck out of it. So don't look on that screen. Look on mine over here. So let's desaturate, at least give it a modern look.
Yeah, that's
and
getting better.
that's
Now you're
getting
losing some
better.
of the shadows too. The
Yeah,
weird
the shadows aren't as harsh, and let's maybe desaturate a hair more, and then let's just go and open up the shadows a little bit more. And I think
Still not gonna be great.
No, it's but I'm just trying to make it better.
Yeah.
And then maybe in here you can look at a before and after. See how it looks dirty on the left? It's just like I would do something to try to save it. But overall, it's.
I think the best thing to do was that cropping in before.
Yeah, that did help. I mean, you could crop all of these, but still,
Yeah.
let's say that you crop in and you're just in on her face here. She still looks miserable. And the shadows, like even look at the shadow coming off the rose
Still
going across her
cropped in,
chest.
that would be better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be better, but I mean, it's like,
yeah, it's relative.
oh, we got some work to do there.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's take a look here. Oi. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right. I don't have to tell you how bad this is. You know it, right?
Like it's just like
This is
flash,
like
right?
this is like I went to Home Depot and bought one of those big lights, those big
those like
flashlights,
blasted it.
and I just blasted it in the bird's face, and I waited until I could find a
It's
bird
like I am
on a
documenting
really
there's
busy
a
background.
bird on some moss.
Yeah, this is terrible. I mean, I don't know. I think you'd have done better with your phone. This is just, it's so bright. It's a messy scene. It's everything. You'll see some bird pictures later, and you're going to go, oh, like that's I'm supposed to be doing. It's a cute little girl. I mean, it's hard to mess that up.
That's the best
lights
one.
aren't terrible. By far the best
one.
This one, the color is funky, and the bird's pose is funky.
Yeah, the bird's kind of getting lost in itself.
Yeah, the bird's literally by looking down and not looking
it's
forward.
getting lost.
It's just that you picked the wrong one. You probably have one where the bird's facing forward, but you got some work to do here. The bird thing, birds aren't your thing. People maybe.
Yeah, and if
people
you're
maybe
into bird, like look at other bird photography because
and you'll
it's
see some.
far
You're
from
going to
it.
see some when we look at our better stuff today. When we look at the stuff, and you'll see. Oh, I'm supposed to have some separation from that mess.
Oh boy.
boy, we're off to a
two
bad
down.
start. I
Oh.
know. Oh, is this one better? This
This
one's a bit
thumbnail
better.
looks
No,
better.
no, this is a bit better. This is not bad. It looks brighter on that screen. Look on my screen.
Yeah, I got it.
So on my screen, there is a blue color cast
There's
in the
a blue
background. It
color.
is a very blue, and it needs to be brighter. So I'm going to just open it up and show you what I mean. So if you go to the color panel and you click on, go to, not color, go to the color mixer. And there is this tool called the TAT. It's the targeted adjustment tool. If you take this and you go over your image and it shows
it's
where
showing
it
the
should be
aqua.
white, it's showing
It's saying aqua blue
there's aqua here.
is the prevalent color in
No.
that zone.
So you need to click and drag to the left to get rid of that aqua blue, and then you've got white. Now
look how much aqua and blue it had to take out of the image to get it to white.
yeah, you
Like,
can
you're
see
at
them side by side.
175.
Yeah,
negative.
it took 175 out to get you to white.
It just went. Your
And-
white balance is
and
blue.
then I would boost your whites. I would make that background nice and bright, and I think you'll be.
And you know what's great about doing that trick that you
Mm.
just did is that it doesn't matter that your monitor is different or calibrated. Like that's actual data.
Yeah, that's
it's just
showing
looking
you.
at the data in the file and going, your whites are blue.
Right, but not a bad shot. I think this one's really nice, and this one seems to be better. It doesn't.
It's
seem
not as bad.
as blue.
It still has it in
but
there.
It does. So
Still
watch.
has it in there.
We'll go to the
Let's
color
do that.
mixer. Now,
Yeah.
this is the same. It's called the color mixer in Lightroom too. It has the same tool in Lightroom, and look
There
at
it is.
that green. Look down
Blue
here.
and green.
So get rid of that
And
stuff.
see, that one was blue and green.
And then
not-
go-
or aqua and green.
and then go brighten that background up to where it looks like it's like backlit. And I think this one's better than the other one too. Just
That is better.
all the
It's
way
a better
around.
view of the flower.
And then the last one, it would be better if you didn't have the bud next to it.
And the one right behind it, and it's out of focus.
Yeah, even one that's at least out of focus, at least it would be out of focus.
Yeah.
But the one right next to it,
Doesn't help.
And get a little lower, too. You're not standing up and shooting down on it, which is good. But I think you could get lower and make it look better. And some backlighting would have helped you on this one. But let me say this: of the photographers that we've looked at today, you're head and shoulders.
I think that it's
you're
not
on to
bad.
something.
That's good stuff.
You're not. You're actually
You're very close.
in the ballpark. I like what you're doing. Just keep it
Yeah,
up.
like white balance is the big issue with the
Yeah.
white ones, and then that is just separation and just framing and
Yeah.
composition.
All right, we got 3 here. Looks like Zion, right?
Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon. And we're back down in the valley. You know what the problem is with these? I'm not sure where I'm supposed to look. In any of these photos, where am I looking? Where do I start? Am I looking at the thing on the left or the right?
Well, I mean, they're probably seeing, like with that last one, the weather, the juxtaposition. But it's, again, to your point, there's not a subject.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a scene.
Yeah, it's just a scene. This would make a nice desktop background for your computer.
Yeah, it's a scene.
But desktop backgrounds are designed not to get in the way. And same thing here.
That's a good point. It is. It's like a desktop background because there's no subject.
Yeah, there's no subject.
It's just like you're looking at a scene.
Yeah, and so that's what's wrong here is you don't really have a subject. If I asked you what the subject was, you can't say the rocks. Okay, which one? Uh-oh.
Or is there a compositional element that's leading me through the rocks? No, not really.
Yeah.
Is there lighting that's
Now,
interesting?
the rest of it looks okay. You're not a bad photographer.
No, this is
But you can obviously shoot and you can obviously post-process. But if you don't have an image, it's just a weak image. It's just a background. It would make a great background for your computer. Oh, it was not going good today. Oh, well, these are really good, though. Take a look. These are toys, right?
It looks like toys.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Now, I got to tell you, the dragon or whatever it is in the foreground being out of focus, is throwing me.
It's too much out of focus.
Yeah, I wish you could have done focus stacking and had that in focus and the.
If you
But
focus
let me tell
that
you,
a little bit
the
more.
background and all the rest of the stuff and all is very well done.
Yeah, the light.
Yeah, it looks
hits,
like a scene from a movie. It looks quite good. This one, I can't tell what's really going on. Like, what do you got? A
Mandalorian in there, like
But it's
grabbing that dragon, but they're kind of like
It's
running
messy.
into another.
Yeah, they're running
each other.
into each other. It's kind of messy. So I don't know what's the
And
rest
then
looks
and
good.
Then the toy in the car, like looks too out of place of the other stuff.
Yeah.
in the scene.
And this one looks pretty good. But again,
Now
you've
we
got the
Zelda and the Mandalorian,
you got Zelda and the Mandalorian, and
and the dragon's in there again. Isn't
so I like what you're doing with the car and the car lights. I like Mando. It's like
I think there's too much. You're trying to fit too much into the story.
I tell you what, though, go back and look at this first one.
The first one is the best.
This is the
Like,
best.
That's the best.
This has depth to it, right? And the lighting is good and all. If you'd have
the
had
story,
that
like-
dragon in focus, this would have been a killer frame, and you put everything so nicely together.
You have a lot of potential here.
Oh man, I'm
Yes.
telling you.
You
So
need to simplify the scenes,
Yeah.
not go so busy. But I love that first one. See the lighting on the second, but the atmosphere and the depth with this
Yeah.
one start getting into cinematic.
yeah,
That looks like toys.
yep.
That looks like toys. The
This
first
looks like
one,
a movie frame.
first one, you could almost fool you if it wasn't so out of focus.
Yeah.
But that's beautiful.
Because
Like,
in a movie
there's an
frame, it
element.
wouldn't have been out of
'Cause you
focus.
wouldn't- Yeah.
Right.
Do more of that.
All right. Yeah, but I think, obviously you're on your way. You're doing really good stuff. So it's just little tweaking. Let's see what we got here. These look good in the thumbnails. Oh, I like
I
that.
like that.
Like that very much. That's nice.
Mm,
I like that. I wish he wasn't on his phone.
Yeah, it's hard nowadays.
Dude, everyone's on their phone.
I like that.
I like that. I wish he wasn't wearing his
The vest.
his DoorDash vest.
But still,
I know it's still good. It's
Still,
still good.
these
These are
are
pretty
really
good.
good.
These are the best so far today.
I love the first one though.
Yeah, the first one's my
Yeah,
favorite. Yeah,
Even
the
though
way
he's on his phone too. I mean,
Yeah,
that
I
one's
know.
okay.
phone.
It's so hard nowadays with those type of shots because everybody's on their phone.
Phone.
It's all
3
phones.
for 3.
We were
Everybody's
just
on
in
their phone.
Japan. I mean, it's everybody's on their
Everyone's
phone.
on their phone.
Everybody's on their phone.
Everybody. All right. Pretty good though. Good stuff. Nothing really to tell you. All right, we got some birds. Nice. Look at the little mouse there.
Yeah.
Now that mouse has to be petrified. I don't think that's its protector. I think that mouse is dinner. Nice. What is this?
Nice.
Snowy eagle?
I don't know. It's beautiful.
Your skies are kind of boring, and they would be easy to replace.
Skies would make the image just way better.
Yeah, you put a better sky in these, and I think you're on your way because the rest is good, and it would replace these.
But compared
skies.
to compare this to the earlier bird
Oh
images
yeah,
we were
these
talking
are,
about.
But, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
but wait till you
this-
see. We got more coming up
this
that
is-
are really what we're talking about.
that's
in that
good
genre.
stuff.
These
That's
are all
good stuff.
they're all very sharp. You did good job of capturing. This one's particularly interesting. I think, 'cause
directional light
of
too
that
on
mouse
that
that's going to
second
be dinner.
one. Yeah.
That mouse isn't a friend. Now, these are nice. There's hope here. Well, we'll talk about this one.
Yeah, I need to cut
That's
it down.
nice.
I
I like that puffing up close. Very, very
Detail,
nice.
separation.
Nice detail. Nice composition on this one. You got a nice whale tail. You don't need to be that far out. I would crop that bad boy in. This one, I
Yeah,
would
the
crop.
story's in.
Yeah, the story is of that whale tail and some mountains. So you want to have
Right
some
there, yeah.
context.
Right in there.
Yeah,
That's the story.
there he is, and I would go and add some more, add some clarity to make the water really shiny, and a little texture in there. Really make that baby sing. And I wouldn't use the sharpening in here, but if you wanted to add some sharpening, you certainly could. Yeah, you want that water like. So that's a sound. And
Yep,
also, you might
that's
want to
the
make
sound
the
it makes.
horizon line straight, but that's completely optional.
No, let's do that. It's real easy. Look at how crooked it was.
All I did was click the auto button right here under geometry, or it would be under transform in Lightroom. But
Yeah,
that's
much
that.
stronger.
Ooh,
Much stronger.
All right. So good job all the way around, but we need to talk about the first one.
Yeah,
We need to have a
too
talk.
bright, too much.
Well, it's shot at the completely wrong time of day.
yeah.
So this one right here. Now, you did a long exposure, so that means you, in the middle of the day, you went and put it like a 10 stop or something on, right?
Yep.
But I mean, it's already, the shot's already taken.
But
you took it at the wrong time of day.
Like a few stops out of
Let's
it.
take a
Yeah.
few stops out. And then I would, once you get that going,
I mean, even right there, that helps a
right
lot.
there, but I would go one step further. Well, no, actually, I'm okay. Right there. I'm looking on the screen here in the studio, which is not a good judge. And maybe open up the shadows a little bit if you want to see. But I think even just that right there, look how harsh the photo was in the before and after. Like, it's just, I mean,
I think it's a long exposure on a phone is what it is.
you think that's a phone?
Yeah, it's
1.8.
80,
Yeah.
80.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it
It's a
is
phone.
Whatever app you're using, you need to underexpose, like even
Yeah.
longer.
No, all you have to do is just fix it in post.
Well, you can, but it's better to shoot it under exposure in the camera if you're doing daytime.
Hey, Michael's checking in from Switzerland. Patrick's a little late, but he's checking in from Northwest
Yep.
Florida. All right. So,
But still, I mean, it had potential. It was overexposed.
all right. So, welcome to Mixed Bag Day today here on the grid, but we're telling it like it is, which is not a lot of fun for people to hear. All right. Dodie says, hi, Dodie. Dodie says, puffins are on my bucket list to photograph.
And
I'm not a big bird guy, but I do like puffins.
they're cute.
I went way in the middle of nowhere to photograph puffins in Iceland and in the Faroe Islands, and I saw them out there, but they didn't get anywhere near me. Not anywhere near where I had a lens that would reach them. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we have lots more images to look at, including featuring a bunch of really nice ones at the end of the show. So stick around. Also, if you want to enter to win any of that stuff, don't forget to leave us a comment. That's how you enter. And look at the smooth movement. That's Dobson back there.
Smooth operator.
He's a smooth
I think I'll just get on my phone because that's what people do nowadays.
Smooth operator.
We know who looking like this for real. We know who looking like that. We know who looking like this for real. We know who looking like that.
I'm Jefferson Graham, inviting you to join me for my next class for Kelby 1, a photographer's guide to San Diego, one of the greatest photo spots in the world. You have incredible beaches like right here in La Jolla, the old historic Del Coronado Hotel, Victorian homes. You got the Little Italy section, Balboa Park, so many great photo places, and I'm going to show you where to go to get the best shot. A photographer's guide to San Diego. See you there.
Hi, I'm Jeff Leinbach here at Kelby One Studios to invite you to join my latest class, Top 20 Camera Hacks. Most of these hacks were collected over years and years of talking to photographers one-on-one about photography and the things that they get tied up on, the things they get hung up on, and helping them fight through those little things. Obviously, there's a lot more than 20 camera hacks out there in the world today, and we understand that. We had to narrow it down some way, where it doesn't matter what camera brand you're using, you'll get something out of it. You're going to find a couple things that will change the way you approach photography. Some of these hacks will include things like back button autofocus and image stabilization. These, again, can have huge impacts on your photography. This class is a lot of slide-based, but we're also going to break it up and go hands-on to show you these techniques in person. Join me as I present my top 20 hacks on kelby1.com.
Have you been using the AI stuff in Lightroom and Photoshop? If you haven't, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's incredible. But it scares the living heck out of me, and I'm not sure I can use it and sleep at night. Which is why I did a brand new class for you. Here's what we've done. I'm going to take you through Lightroom. I'm going to take you through Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to use it all. And then I'm going to show you how to use it where you don't feel dirty. I'm telling you guys, there is magic here. There is productivity gains that you can get that are just gonna blow your mind. It's incredible. I'm gonna show you how to do the things that you could have done yourself in Photoshop that might have taken hours or weeks or maybe skill you don't quite have yet, and have it done in 12 seconds. Catch my brand new class on how to use Lightroom and Photoshop's AI features and still sleep at night. It's only here at Kelby One.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
All right, we are back, and I got to tell you, Dobson's doing a pretty good job there. I think he's growing as a person.
Yeah, I mean, it's steady. It's smooth.
It's
He's
smooth
been
and
practicing.
steady. All right, I have
He said
a
he was very hydrated today.
All right, so I have a link for you for the build conference. I made it a nice, easy one. It's oh, you don't need all that. Hold on, you don't need all this HTTP crap. Hold on, just get rid of this.
Oh yes, we definitely need to know that's the hyper transfer texture protocol
No,
secure
you don't need
or whatever
that. All you
that
need is this. Look at this easy address. This is where you go get your free ticket to go to the build conference, and I'm teaching there. I'm teaching on basically how to use the AI and still sleep at night. So it's bit.ly/build BILD SK. That's me, SK. So that's it. Build SK.
Hey, you want to put up another link? There's another link right there.
Oh yeah, I got another link. We found the link for the webinar tomorrow. Let's put that up.
As Allison's asking, where do we sign up? No, they have been dropping it in the chat, I believe.
All right, but
I've heard.
That's okay. I'm going to put it
I've
here.
heard.
Travel webinar
25.
-25. I'm glad they didn't make it short and easy to remember. All right, there we go. So that is it. That's for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Please share that with your friends. We would really, really appreciate it. I've got this travel system I've put together. We've been working
It
on this
really
thing
is. We
for
went over it
months.
we were going over it the other day, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's like if you're into travel.
If you're into traveling and you want to take you don't want to take snapshots. You want those pictures that you want to come home with.
Here's what
that
you don't
people
want.
to see.
You don't want to come home with vacation photos.
Yes.
You want to come home with travel images. You want to come home with.
That's what Scott
You
is
want
a
to be
master
on
at that.
vacation, but you want to come home looking like you flew there for a photo trip.
Yep. And that's
I got you.
Scott's a master at that.
I got you.
He's really good, and you'll learn a lot tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow you'll learn a lot, and I'm going to introduce the whole system. It's tomorrow. Plus, I got a cool thing for you if you're into Lightroom. Come and watch, and I
Yeah.
got a goodie for you. You're going to like. All right. Oh, look, there we go. Jay just says I registered for the travel webinar. So thank you, Jay.
Yep.
All right.
see it on
David
social,
F.
too,
says
in
Dobson
the
has
chat.
been practicing. I know Dobson bought a jib for his house, and he doesn't have a camera, so he just puts like a sack up there with some sand in it that is the exact same weight as a production camera. So he's at the house. He's doing it. He does it, he says, 45 minutes a day.
Yeah, practices every day.
He says 6 days a week. So, all right.
He
Rudy
told me
says
7.
I'm a bit late to check in, but that's what you get with a 6 to 7 hours time difference. He's shouting out from the Netherlands. All right, love the
right.
Netherlands.
Yeah, I was just there.
He was
Just flying through.
Amsterdam, I bet.
Yep.
Schiphol. All right, there you go. All right, let's get back to the images and more pain, less gain. Here we go. Let's take a look. Now, these are not bad.
Yeah.
Right? Now, look at this. A peak moment of action. You've
That
got the
is
receiver
nice.
jumping up for the ball.
Background
You've got
blur,
the defender trying
separation.
to, you got the corner kind of. Anyway, yeah, But separation. This is straight up a very good shot. It looks like either junior high school maybe. Same thing over here. I like what you're doing here. I don't know.
It's a little weird down here.
Yeah,
It's a
I
little-
don't know if you need any of this
Yeah,
over
that's
here.
what I was thinking.
And because I think you have a strong image buried in here. So if you were to come in
crop it
and just
in.
crop it, you know, I
tight.
think you can go in here-ish.
That's better in there.
Oh, not there. Hold on. Why is it doing square? Here we go. Let me unlock that.
But yeah,
right.
come over there. Yeah, right there.
Unfortunately, this guy's kind of big in your frame because he's a big guy. But that's
the frame.
story right there.
You know, with the fist going up.
Yeah. So I do like that, and it's a little bright. You could, drop the highlights a bit. Everybody's wearing a white shirt. You could bring it down just a hair. But anyway, that's you captured the moment, and we could deal with this stuff. This one's pretty good, except for you have players that aren't necessary. I love number 18 in the back going,
Yeah, but the two to the right of them have already disengaged with the play.
Yeah,
You
so
can tell.
yeah, these guys aren't doing. They're like, oh, he's
He's
gone.
gone. They've given
I
up.
mean, they're yeah. So I think your shot is
Of course, the coach of the other team should show that to the players and go, "That's what not to do."
that's what looking
That's
not
what it looks
engaged
like
does.
when you give up on the play.
I'm thinking somewhere in here, at the very least.
Take that
I
one
don't know
out.
if you can really.
Well,
It's
no,
going to look
it's
a little
gonna look
funky,
awkward.
but I think that there's a stronger
Yeah,
picture
that's
right
stronger.
there because the picture really is the running back. I was probably a quarterback, number 9. Probably just saw an opening, like
Yeah,
step-
18's great.
Stepped
going
in
back
out of the
there,
pocket
like, yeah, we
straight
got
in,
it.
and 18's going go, we
Yeah.
got it, and everyone else is already like, oh,
Oh, crap, he's
got
gone.
He's got like 3 or 4 steps on us, and we're just kids, so we're gonna let him go. But I like what you're doing. You're doing good. You're doing a great job. This is the typical stuff that I used to have to do in the photo workroom at halftime and after the game of crop. And whatever I sent in, my editor would go tighter. They never said, never once, you need to be wider.
It doesn't matter
Never,
what you're doing for
never.
sports. It's never
Never
Could you go
tight enough.
wider?
Could you go wider? Nope. Never heard that one. All right, let's look at these here. Oh, I got 2 sets of images here. That's unfortunate. We'll look at these 3 right here. All right, I have good news for you guys. We got some good shots here. Look at these.
Nice.
Like these are real. And these are very nicely crafted images. Beautiful black and white
intentional.
conversion. The rain, and that right there is
Showing the
terrific. Like it shows the excitement of the event thanks to the motion. These are quite good. We don't have anything to say
And
other
that
than
last one,
applause.
too. Yeah.
I do prefer the white border you have here to the black border. It's like it works okay. Would work well in a book. I don't think with a print it would be nearly as good. The black looks good here,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess I'm nitpicking. They're really good shots.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I mean, they're all
really
great
great
shots.
shots. Well done. All right, let's move on to these 3. Here we go. Now, of course, if you watermark your images, there's not much I can do here. This is nice, except for that one blurry big bush in the front.
Yeah, the blurry flower.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just not helping. Now it looks like you put like a preset or a color grading on it. So I'm not going to kick you on the skin tone being funky because I think it's intentional. But I think that's the one thing that's not helping. I don't think it's bringing anything to the photo. Occasionally you will see people be able to pull off that out of focus thing in front. Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
It's becoming a lot more distracting
Yeah.
in this case
Yeah,
because
but
there's not enough up front.
It's not bad, and the pose is all right, and the way she's looking off, it's kind of a nice shot. This is nice. You got nice still water. It's a quaint little village. It's nice. And I of course, I love the atmospheric type of stuff. This is nothing you could do anything about. Well, I mean, you could technically. It's the tree on the left. I don't want the tree on the left.
Yeah, you want one tree there, right?
You want one tree. Two is a death knell, right? There's the rule of odds, I think it's called. And this one's kind of, well, it's odd. So, but overall, not bad. Overall, not a bad take at all. Okay, let's move on. Not a bad take. All right, let's go look over here. And, oh, this looks promising. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Look at the light.
Love the lighting.
That's gorgeous light. Looks like window light. That's very, very nice. Very soft, delicate, a really, really nice still life. That's very pretty. A pretty flower, and it's got a misty look to it. This is my least favorite of the three, but it's still not bad.
Interesting.
It's kind of clever the way they have the magnifying glass showing the eggs in the nest, you know, all that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
The one thing that's distracting to me is that thing on the left.
The branch up
branch on the left,
Oh, like the twig that's coming up. It's just no use for it.
Yeah, it's not helping your image, but I think it's clever. And I like what you're doing with your still life stuff. I think you're doing great, so good job. Yay. Yay, you. All right.
Nice.
Let's move on.
It's getting good.
It's getting good. It needed to. Uh-oh. 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 This one is so overprocessed. It's cooked. Like, it's the skin tone's weird. The shirt, I mean, you can tell when you put too much clarity on it. All the wrinkles.
Because the shirt looks like it's like it
water.
doesn't look like
Looks like
like water. Like it doesn't look like a shirt anymore.
Yeah, this one's just it's bad lighting, bad skin tone, way too much post processing. It's his other arm is in an awkward position. It's lots of bad. This one, I think your skin tone's weird, but I think it's because you put a preset on it that has I think this shot with a little less saturation of the color would look really, really good. In fact, let's just do it real quick. It won't let me open it in camera raw. I would just desaturate the skin, and I think it'll look a lot better. And then the last one is a third or maybe a half of an owl. I don't know. It's okay. Any thoughts, Eric?
No, I mean,
I'm not digging it.
It's just kind of like, I mean, I get where you're going for.
Yeah.
But there's not enough of the story to really like.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. There's compositionally, there's not anything like leading me to the intrigue of that just peering out.
As far as a sports photo goes, this is called the shot before the one you should have taken. He's not doing anything. He's holding a ball. I'm going to ask you this question. Do you know how many times this happens in a basketball game?
Well,
when someone's standing there holding the ball?
Free throw. I'm imagining the free throw.
I know, but that's not where you would. That's
I know,
not the shot
because
you would
that's
take.
like
That's like I'm getting ready to take a free throw. Something is about to happen. Not yet, though. Why are you taking a shot now?
It's an easy shot to get.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Like you're.
Yeah, it should be release.
Yeah.
We get it.
Okay.
Not a peak moment.
Not a peak moment of action. All right. You can tell from the thumbnails these are interesting. There's a neat long exposure. That's just a neat picture.
Yeah, it's neat.
It looks like it's so alone, and I like the guy in the booth.
Yeah, and then you've got the atmosphere of the clouds.
Yeah, it's like you got a little tornado coming out of it. That's a cool picture. This is a cool picture. A little glowy, but I really like
a little glow going on.
Little glow. There's a white glow on your edges.
Yeah, especially around the trees there.
Well, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's around the edges of everything.
Yeah, there's just a glow.
There's a white glow there. Look at it up there. There's a white glow here. There's a white glow all the way around here.
Which is just from processing. You just got to take it out.
You just got to know how to take it out, which is using the clone tool in Photoshop. Set to darken. That should do it for you. This is nice. it's not really a subject. What this is it's a room with good light.
Yeah, you're
That's not
you're
the worst
intrigued
thing.
by the light.
Yeah,
I get it.
it's not a
It's
terrible
very
thing.
geometric. It has a
Yeah.
quality to it.
Right. It's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice.
This
But
looks like a nice picture to have in your kitchen
now,
or something.
that frame with a person sitting over there, like,
Or a
you know,
subject or
like a
something.
subject, something like
I
an
would
animal.
even go with a cat.
Cat. I was gonna say like a pet, like something in that frame. Like there was a stage there. You just don't have a player
Yeah.
on the stage.
You got the stage, you got the nice
Yeah.
lighting, but there's no player. And those are the three. So, but they're not bad. This is obviously quite a good photographer. Like you're taking good pictures. Now let's just work a little bit on just that one. But I think you got 2 winners there. So I'm relieved. All right, we don't have just a couple more. Somebody's been to Porto. It's all right. Oh, no, that's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, that's quite nice.
I love the leading line of the
Oh,
bridge over
yeah,
there,
the
going to
bridge.
the city, the twilight,
Erik,
the light.
who designed that bridge?
I have no idea.
That's Gustav Eiffel.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. It looks like it.
Weren't you there with us?
No, I was not.
I thought you were in Porto with us.
No, but that looks like something Gustav
Jason was
Eiffel
there.
would. Well, we should ask Jason, right?
Jason, who designed that
Jason,
bridge?
who designed that bridge?
All right, that's very nice. That's nice.
It does look like it.
This looks like Prague or something, but it could. I could be. I don't think it's Lisbon, but it could be. I'm not. This one's okay.
Yeah, that one's like my least
Like
favorite.
the least favorite. This one's quite good.
I love that one. I love the middle
Oh,
one.
this one's fantastic.
Yes,
This is
I
a
mean,
great killer
compositionally,
shot.
lighting,
Yes, lighting,
subject,
everything.
like
Yes.
you got it there.
That's a big yes. This is okay.
yeah.
It's the same bridge from a different angle without all the great light and stuff. And those 3 boats have ads on them from beer houses. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
not
middle
bad.
ones.
But ooh,
Yeah.
like this looks like a whole different level than the other ones.
Yes.
Like it all came together right
yeah,
there.
it's like that's the
right.
outlier.
Yeah,
It's a great one.
that's a great one. All right, let's take a look. Well, that's kind of small. I can open it bigger here. There you go. Well,
like
that's
that.
nicely done. With the
I like
the
that.
lighting looks good. The your angle looks good, and you've got a very reflective floor because you're so low.
Well, and you've actually combined 2 images because you've got a volleyball on top and basketball.
And a basketball.
on
Oh, and she's got
bottom.
it. Oh, look at that.
Yes, it's
She's
very
got
creative.
Oh, now that's
I think
good.
you've gone. She's playing 2 different sports,
Yeah,
and you
she's
got the
playing
reflection. Like,
Oh, I didn't
that's
even notice that.
That's cool.
That's very, very clever. You're getting extra
That's bonus
points.
points.
That is very, very good.
And I'm sure they loved it. That's yeah. That's cool.
kind of creepy, but it's well
but
done.
it's cool.
It's
I mean,
well
again,
done, though.
I see where you're going for your
Yeah.
style. You're trying that duality there.
Yeah.
So you got the crying, the laughing.
I think this is probably composite
Yes.
because her lighting looks like studio quality lighting. I doubt that's outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
but it's nicely done. I mean, your Photoshop skills are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well
I
done.
love it.
Very well.
I love
done.
that first
Good-
one.
Yeah.
That first
yeah,
one.
That first one's so clever.
So clever.
Good job all the way around. Good stuff.
That's neat.
All right, we're getting close to the end here. We got 2 or 3 more. That's a nice dog. That dog right there, that's a nice dog. I think that dog is nice and friendly. I like to pet that dog. Can I pet that dog? No, that's a nice dog.
Yeah. Nice lighting.
That's kind of nice.
That's nice.
All right, so let me say this to the photographer that took these shots. You are obviously a talented photographer. Your exposures are right. Your composition's nice. That's interesting. This
Yeah.
is nice. But overall, they're just kind of, they're okay. And it's nothing in camera. It's not a lens. It's nothing. I mean, this is an empty lifeguard shack at the end of the day. I mean, people will like it. It's a sunset shot.
I think
you
what
know.
you're saying, you're at the point where you have the skills to do it. Now wow us with
Go find some
something.
wow. Like no one is
what-
going to look at this shot and go, wow. They're going to go, oh, that's a cute dog. But they're just looking at the dog, not the photography. Very cute dog.
Like,
all right,
you're at the point, take
it's
it
a
up a
sunset.
notch. Take it
This
up
is
a notch.
Take it up. It's time to take it up because you have the skill. You're taking very nice shots of uninteresting things. Go
Yeah.
shoot some really interesting things.
Well, and that
take your
scene
skill
could
set.
be interesting right there, but there's just nothing that's
a
it's just kinda,
person
it's
or
okay.
something. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Nothing wrong with it.
nothing wrong with it. Anybody standing at that beach at that time would get a similar shot. It's nicely composed with it over to the left, but it's not a wow shot. It's nice. It's
Yeah. We just
but
need to
it's
add
like
something.
they're just kind of it's all right.
Got it.
I think you're better than that. I think you're a good photographer. So go find some cool stuff. All right, look at this. So look at this. This is like a Van Halen tribute band.
Nice.
Because look at those
Down
big.
low.
That's what David Lee Roth used to
Yeah.
wear. More David Lee Roth looking stuff. I like this. I mean, that's a peak moment of action.
Yeah.
He's got some action
You
there.
didn't cut off the foot. You left in the logo of the band. Like,
Yeah, these are pretty good. This is my least favorite of the three.
that is my least favorite.
But he's mugging for you. How do you not take that shot?
Yeah. No,
It's
it's
not
still
bad.
great. It's still a great shot.
I'd like to hear him. And look, if you look at the bass drum, you can see it's a Van Halen.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to zoom in so you can see the bass drum. It's like some kind of Van
Van
Halen.
Halen
And look, he's
tribute,
got the
yeah.
stripes on it and all.
Yep, definitely a
You
Van
know,
Halen
like,
tribute
yeah.
band or something.
I'd like to hear him. But the shots are pretty good.
Yeah, their shots are really good.
Yeah, so good job.
Keep on doing that.
All right, what do we have left? What do we got? One more, and then we're going to look at these.
One more, and then we got to take a break, and then we'll
little
look at
Tuscany
the others.
An empty place.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a what do you call it? Coliseum. Coliseum. It's not the Coliseum. It's a Coliseum. It looks. I don't know. It's kind of a boring shot, and this is ugly. Oh, what are you shooting? All the dead stuff. It's the dead stuff. You know,
Coming
a different
into
time
bloom.
of year, this might be okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of nothing. This has potential, but you're in Tuscany. I'm looking at off in the distance. There's
The
like
one
a
off
very-
in the distance right here
looks
is
very
the beautiful.
interesting. That's
this
the
is
beautiful.
right up in the
and
corner.
where you're at, I mean, the light's not bad. You're shooting at the right time. You're obviously a pretty good photographer, but I think your subject choice in all three of these.
Yeah,
is-
look at the
is not
villa
happening.
and the stuff at the corner. Like, that's beautiful.
All right. So there you go. I think it's the same situation as the last guy. Take the skills that you have and apply them to just more interesting subjects, and your pictures are going to be a lot better. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to look at our basically images that were submitted, and I picked individual ones that are just very nice. We're just going to celebrate those.
And then we
we're
got
gonna do
prizes.
giveaways, and then we'll wrap up just like that. And now we'd like to feature the work of Dobson.
He's been putting in a lot of
He's
effort
been
here.
putting a lot. I mean, like 6
Look at
days
this.
a week,
Look
45
at
minutes
this.
a day.
I don't know.
It's there we go. No.
Hey everyone, I am professional photographer Ian Plant, and in this course, I am going to be talking about removing distractions. And there's plenty of distractions in our everyday lives that keep our focus away from our passion for photography. And you definitely want to get rid of those distractions, but that's not really the focus of what I'm going to be talking about in this course. I'm going to be talking about removing distractions from your photos. And these are the things that pull the viewer's attention away from what's important in your compositions. So in this class, I am going to offer some practical tips for spotting potential distractions and eliminating them before you take the photo. But the main focus of this course is going to be on mitigating or eliminating any distractions that show up in your photos after the fact. I'm going to show you how to use the digital darkroom to zap those pesky distractions out of existence and to let the clarity of your creative vision shine through. Make sure to check out my new course on removing distractions over at kelby1.com.
And
you have hundreds of images sitting on your hard drive? I think you do. Well, after this class, you will learn how to get those images published and get them out in front of the world so others can see them. I am Leonard Johnson, award-winning fashion and beauty photographer, and I'm here doing my third class on how to get your photos published. How to even select your images. Now you're going to curate those images. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process of what it takes. I'm going to take you through caviar.com so you can see the whole selection process step-by-step of what you need to do in order to get those images up and get them off those hard drives and get them published. Come check out my latest class at kelby1.com.
This segment of the grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Hey, we're
We're
back.
back.
Scott and Eric here with a
We
smooth
tried like a time ramping
move.
there,
Yeah.
like a little speed ramp.
Wow, a little speed ramp there. All right, we are going to do two things. I'm going to show you some images that I just picked out. We didn't have time to go through. We're not doing a critique. These are all images that are good. They're just good images. So we're going to look at them real briefly. Then we're going to do our giveaways, and we're going to wrap up. So let's take a look at some images. Here we go. Starting off strong, a little clownfish action.
Nice.
Isn't that a nice shot?
Yeah, that's great.
Look at this one.
Ooh, love the light.
Love the light. Loving it.
Colors.
I know this is really well put together because it's like a bowl and there's
Yeah.
like I don't know. I thought that was very pretty. This is nice. I look at the texture. Really nice post on this too.
yeah.
Really nice post. Hey, there's a pretty flower.
That's a flower.
That's nice. This
That's
is
a bird.
this is a bird shot.
That's a small bird. Like
Remember?
you saw, yeah.
Remember I was showing that
small
picture
bird.
with all the junk in the background and it was bright and all like this is a nicely lit bird separated from the background. The shot is clean. The bird is sharp. This is a really nice
That's
bird
what you
shot.
want.
That's what you're looking for. That's what we're looking for right there. This is a nice
that-
shot.
that's what you're
That's
looking for.
beautiful. Look at that. Look at that eagle coming in. It's got its talons out. It's
ready.
got
It's
claws.
ready.
It's got something out.
Talons.
Talons, thank you. This is a cool shot, I think.
Ooh, that's cool.
Of course, I like escalator art, so I'm a sucker for it. But I thought this was well done. This is a nice one, huh?
Ooh, yeah.
Looking at the dog. Are you my dog? How about this, huh? I like
yeah.
that splash of light to the left. I thought this was very, very pretty.
Like the curves.
This one's very nice, too. Those are very nice. This is pretty cool. Someone putting,
Yes, for
doing the thing with
lens
the
ball,
marbles, the
that
lens
is
balls.
very cool.
Yep. I like it. This is pretty cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Son,
Good, great
my
light.
son,
Great post.
I am your father. Faroe Islands right there. I thought what made this shot was including the person in it.
Oh yeah, so's the scale.
Yep. Nice sky and all. The Faroe Islands, they do a lot of the
I've
work
actually become a
themselves.
sucker for putting somebody in the shot for
Yep.
epic landscapes.
Yep, that's very popular right now. How about this bird? Now, this could easily be a sky replacement, but that's a cool looking shot. Any way you look at it, the way the bird is placed right in that spot of the clouds, that's a cool shot. How about this one? Son of a gun. That is in the Dolomites, right? I went to that same location on a crappy day. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And there you go.
Nice. Those are great.
Aren't those good?
Those are really good.
So there was no critiques there. There's just these are beautiful shots, and there you go.
All right, winners.
Winners.
We
Chick-
got,
winner. Chicken dinner.
Scott's Crush the Composition book is going to Lou Zapata. And then the Night Photography book, ebook copy is going to Keith A. French Sr. And then How to Do That in My Tesla book is going to M. Nella. And then Platypod Grip is going to Wendy Patera. On One No Noise is going to Chris Cashwell. And then the V flat is going to Dave Gallagher. And then email us over at gridprize@kelby1.com if you've won. We'll verify information, then send out your prize. Just try to do that by this Friday, please.
And that is one word, gridprize@kelby1.com.
Yes.
Don't forget to go tell your friends about our travel webinar tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We would appreciate it. Would love to have it. If you
sign
want to
up.
come by, we welcome everyone. That's it right there. And this is what I'm going to talk about. And I got some stuff. I'm telling you, I got some stuff. And I'll be introducing this whole travel photography system that we've put together over months. So that's tomorrow.
And really, this came out of so many people. Like Scott he's so good at, when he goes to travel, capturing the essence of wherever you're traveling, right? And
That's what I'm trying to do.
It's your gift.
Doesn't always work.
No, stop. It always works. But that's the reason it always works is because he does have a system. And that's what this is all about, is it's a repeatable system that you can follow to make those type of images. So that's where, join us tomorrow, and we're going to go all over that, because that's what we broke down. There's a system to there's a method to his madness.
Yes.
And that's what we're sharing.
And I want you to come home with images that make your neighbors and your friends jealous. And really, what I really want to do, I mean, that's kind of a byproduct. That's like a cherry on top.
Yeah.
What you really want to do is you want to inspire people to go to that place that you went.
Yes.
And if you come on with vacation photos, it just looks you went on vacation. You come on with travel images, it inspires people to travel. It makes them want to go there. And like I've gone to places specifically because I saw another photographer's images and I go, wow, I didn't realize that was so photogenic. I really want to go there.
Because, I mean, you're even going to go over, like, there's formulas to the gear and what gear you take and why you take certain gear. And we go over all that. I mean, there's so many different things.
I got something I want to do before we go.
Yeah.
It'll just take a minute. I completely forgot I meant to do this up front. I want to share some of the magazine spreads from our Tokyo workshop that Erik and I did.
So those people follow in the system.
Right. Oh, and these people. I told people. So,
there
someone
images,
said,
I'm like, why didn't I get that?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
someone said last week, do like I showed some of my images and they said, do other people get images like that? I'm like, they get better images than I do, because that they're focused, they're working at it. I mean, I'm telling you. So I just want to show you some real quick. It won't take long, just a few minutes. But so you have some context. One of the things that I talk about during the workshop, because we have classroom time every day, so I tell them that you need to think like you're on assignment. Right, like somebody sent you there, like a magazine
tell the
said,
story of
I
that
want you to go
city.
tell the story of Venice or Tokyo or wherever it is. But of course, that means getting what we call hero shots, the big, beautiful 2-page spread, awesome shot. But it also means shooting the little things,
the details.
like the details, and someone putting down a plate of food, or if you're in Italy, maybe it's a glass of wine on a table, or all these other things. And so what I do to show them how their images would look in a magazine is I put them into magazine layouts that I created in Photoshop, and I put them in there so they get a feel for, I see, this is how these images work.
Yeah, if you sent these to
right?
an editor, this is how they would lay them out in a magazine.
Right. So that's what I'm showing
story.
you. So let me just show you real quick. Let me get my app running here. And I'm very proud of the stuff that they did, and I'm especially proud that they beat me.
And this is why, if you love this, you should come tomorrow, because this is what you're going to learn, is how to do this stuff on your
so
own.
everyone's images that you're going to see, they took.
Yep.
These are not my images. These are their images. What the heck just happened? Let me just try it again. Where did my play button go? Well, let's just see if I start play, if it does it. Nope. Hang on. What in the world? Just hang on.
What about if you just force quit the whole app?
There it is. There it is. All right. All right. So this is what we call ourselves Tokyo Photo Crew. We have a photo crew for each one, and they're in alphabetical order, so they're just by folks. But I'll just take you quickly through them. This is Diane. I think Diane was with me and Erik in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she was also with me in, I believe, Santorini with you and me.
Santorini. Yeah.
So, and she's quite a good photographer. And so she took this picture while we were walking someplace else.
Yes, she did.
The bamboo forest in Kyoto. This is what I'm talking about.
Those
Look how she
details.
photographed those those flip flops or whatever you want to call them, sandals,
and
then the
then
lanterns,
get the
and that. Look how it
lanterns
lays out in a page, right? And so we went. This was an optional shoot. We went to this office building at night, but then again, she got great detail shots. We hired a model, and she did, of course, a great job with that. I love the way she post-processed this one. That's a little bit of that blowing
Where's
out
all the
the
people
sky.
on that? Oh, that's what happens when you show up at
That's
6
what
a.m.
happens when you get. No, we left the hotel at 5 a.m.
But you get there.
Yeah. All right. So there's some great shots.
Yeah, just look
from
at
her.
like
And
just
there's-
telling the story.
There's
the
cover. There's the cover. All right. So let's take a look at Jeff. Jeff had some great. Everybody had great shots. This is from Kyoto, and great night shots. Some
panning action.
slow speed panning that he did really well at. And we went to that modern art museum. Here's another panning down not far from our hotel.
That city is built for it.
Yeah, that city's made for it. Look at this spread, right? Where he's got the lanterns on the left, and then he's inside a temple looking out with the one guy there. Like, that's a killer shot. Shooting down from the second floor.
Getting the shadows and the highlights.
And this is in the train station as people are going up to the street level and the light is pouring in. So, and look at that. The wind's blowing her kimono. And I think that's just beautiful. And this is an HDR pano.
HDR pano. It was one of our assignments.
One of our assignments for our inner circle was to do an HDR pano. And that's one right there. Beautiful in the bamboo
But I
forest.
love about that, if you go back to that one, how you've got the bamboo forest and then you've got the other image down in the corner. It's kind of like this.
Right.
It just tells the story.
Yep. Yep. Very nice.
And then look at that panning shot up there with the bullet
Yeah,
train.
with the bullet train going by, zipping by, and there's the cover. And everybody gets a different cover and stuff. But what was interesting was you just saw two photographers on the same workshop.
Yeah, everybody says, you're just going to get the same shots.
No,
you're just going to get the same
You'll get
shots.
a couple of the same shots. Look at this one. How did she time it to where the
Looking
woman
up
is
at the light.
She's alone. Now, one of the reasons why she got it alone is I'm standing behind her, stopping the crowds.
Every so
like,
often,
I literally would
Hey,
stop.
can you stop for a sec?
And they don't speak English, right? It's like hundreds and hundreds of people. And I just go, can we just
Usually
please?
people are
And
cool.
They did. They all
There are
stopped.
people
And I
cool.
said,
For as long as you don't do it too long. You gotta
you
gotta
got
be
like
ready,
30
and you've
seconds,
got
45
30 seconds, and then you've got to shoot.
then you let 'em go.
And then you let them go. If you wait too long, don't be that photographer because you ruin it for all of
Ruin
us.
it for everybody else. All right. So this is a great start. Look at this one. I mean, you talk about balance in a photo. Like this should be in a you should study this
Yes.
one in class, right? This is
There
inside
you
an
go.
office building. Look at
Yeah.
that reflection.
Look at that sign. The light.
I know. I saw that, and when she showed it in class, I'm like, where the hell was that? Like, look how different these images are. Look at. I mean, we're all together. We're all together. We're all on the same bus, and we go to the same locations. But there's lens choice. There's
But
composition.
we're also we're teaching people. You got to look for those shots. You can't just go and
Look
like
at
go.
this.
It's this one shot where everybody's standing. That's not the shot. It's
and
not
look at
just that.
There's the model, but she chose to shoot through the trees
it and
you
frame it.
know how hard that framing is, and she nailed it. All right, these are great, and there's her cover. Beautiful. All right, here's John's. I mean, these are completely different. This one is similar. We've seen.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
But look, there's the Shibuya crossing on a completely different side of the building from a completely different angle. Look at that building on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Inside the Tokyo Forum, a little girl drinking water out of the bamboo, and then a real nice detail shot up in the top right. This is that.
It's a modern.
It's a very modern museum, but look at the tint on that, like the nice gold tint that he added in post. And this is from an observatory. It's not the Eiffel Tower. Completely different photo in the same spot. Look at that, and look at this nice shot for the cover. All right, JP. I love this one. I just love this spread right here. But look at this nice one. We went to this bridge in Tokyo, and the post-processing is just beautiful on it. And there's the Tokyo Forum on the right.
Yeah, Tokyo's great for architecture.
Look at this. But look at this. We're like 4 photographers in,
Yep.
and you're seeing these
All
things that
different
are
images.
so different, and we're all
Look at
together.
that. I love that one on the subway there.
Oh, I do. The
motion.
little boys
Yeah.
with their hats. I love that.
And that's that same building we saw earlier. Instead of shooting
Straight
sideways,
on.
he's
Yep,
shooting
he's
up.
shooting straight up. And this is on the way to that building.
Yeah.
Nice post on that, huh?
Yeah.
And this is in Kyoto.
Some
And
panning
then some
shots.
panning. Yeah. Look at that. All right, Kelly Jones, Kelby 1 instructor. Look at this. Kelly had a very brilliant idea there in Shibuya to get the frantic nature of that crossing by doing a slow shutter speed. Showing the food. Look at this. He's got the guy bowing in front of the shrine. This is that same museum you saw, completely different look with the gold. I mean, I better go through these quicker. But here's a bamboo background. You're like, are these people on the same trip? We were all together, I promise. Yep, we're all together. Nice stuff. Ken?
Look at that.
All right, this is 100% Kuna. Kuna found this location, said, hey, everybody, let's come check this out. Yeah, that's a Kuna thing. Look at that. How smart was that to shoot the back of her kimono? Beautiful. Beautiful. What a nice spread that makes. This is inside a very ultra-modern Buddhist temple. 7 minutes walk from our hotel.
I love that.
Again, different angle.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's that
Yeah,
bridge.
same bridge, just
Same bridge, but
different
a
take.
wildly different location. All right, look at Laura's stuff. This looks like the future. That's that same bridge.
Yes.
But you see, she chose this spot, right? Because we all have some freedom once we get to a location. We're like, here's the bridge, but you've already seen 3 different takes on the same place that are wildly different. And I don't think people realize that. Look at this. It's right near our hotel. What a great composition. Look at this. Were we on the same workshop? That's the next building over from our hotel.
Yeah.
Look at how different hers are. I love it. She's got all this kind of mechanical look to it here. And look at that cover.
yeah.
I want to eat that. All right, Mike C. Of course, we all did get the bamboo forest. There's 2 things we got. The bamboo. Look at that, though.
And so with the bamboo forest, same thing. You just got to find the empty spots with no people.
Okay, wait a minute. Eric gets credit there too. Eric is holding back.
Again,
on that
for a
curve,
short amount of time.
He was
You
holding
get
for a
all
short
ready.
amount of time.
You get ready. I'm just telling this for photographers, so don't ruin it for all of us. You have to be ready. You can't be that photographer that goes, wait, I wasn't ready. You got to be ready. Hold them back. Get your shot. Move on.
Look at that. Yeah, she killed it. It was her first workshop with me. She freaking nailed it. Look at these. These are from Mike J. Look at this one.
Oh,
I love this
just
shot.
that motion.
Yep. He has a very journalistic style to him.
Yeah.
Look at this. The reflection, right? There's that building, of course. We all shot that. He was really enamored with these birds.
Yeah.
I love the 3 girls with the cell phone.
Yeah.
All right, this is Miles. And there's the cover shot. Another one of the crossing. And there, look at the blue tint. What a difference that makes. Nice. Look at all this architectural stuff. Now, this is that same walkway we saw with a black background because the thing was changing. I thought.
So it just took a different take on it.
Looks great. Look at this. This is inside the forum. There's the forum right there to your left. So see those hallways to the right? That was in one of those hallways. I mean, different shots. Look at that. Beautiful. These are Sharon's. Look at her cover. I love it. Look at this. She's shooting a
of the
reflection of the model at a temple. That's a beautiful shot. Just beautiful. I love this one with the kimonos from behind. And great detail. Yes, we created a puddle of water. We got bottles of water.
We went to go buy
bottles of water.
A few gallons of water. And
put your platypods right down there on the floor and get those great reflections. But again, look how different her images are, right? That's from that observatory. Love the way she worked the trees into that one. This is Sean. Look at that at the shrine. The close up of the hands. Look at from above the group of 5 guys like walking like billiards. That's beautiful. The reflection off that building. There's that other building. Different take on it. Great detail stuff. Love the guy in the little van. Great detail. So this woman was, she was posing for her friends. She's like an influencer.
Yep.
And I had that umbrella.
Yep.
And so I walked over and said, would you mind shooting for us? She said, sure, of course.
Yeah, she loved it. She got shots for her.
Yeah,
We
she got shots.
for
We
her.
sent her some
we
shots.
shot them.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I love this spread. Look at this spread.
Yeah, that's cool.
And what a cover. That's the building next to our hotel.
Yep.
And we went there. There you go. That's everybody. Hey, thank you for letting me share that with you guys.
Yeah, and there's a question here asking, are you going to record your presentation tomorrow? We are, but you have to be signed up to get that recording. So that's where go over to that website, sign up, so you can get the recording. If you miss it, you get the recording.
AJ says, I have 2 friends already signed up for tomorrow.
There we
AJ,
go.
thank you very, very much. Thank you. Laws says, I went to Japan a few weeks before you, and now I want to go back after seeing what y'all captured. Remember, everything you saw, none of my or Eric's shots are in there. That's the folks that were with us on the workshop, and they killed it. I told you guys, I said, wait till you see their images. And then, looking at that, it was like they were at 12 different workshops, right?
Yep.
It's great.
That's how it goes.
It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope to see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time at the travel webinar. I've got some really neat controversial things to show you, but I think it's things that'll really help, and I get to introduce this new system to you.
Yep.
So it'll be a lot of fun. So take care, everybody.
See you later.
We'll see you later.
See you tomorrow.
And there goes the Dobson, smooth as butter.